Yo, my name is Playboy, and today I'll be teaching you guys my aim labs routine. I appreciate every last one of you that liked, commented, shared on my last video on how to play Valorant for my beginner series. And I wanted to show you guys my aim labs routine because a lot of you guys wanted to see um more content like that for me, quote unquote, coaching and showing people how to play the game. So I wanted to show you what I did before I got into my comp games. I appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying, liking, commenting, and sharing the video. I appreciate y'all giving me tips on, you know what I'm saying, uh characters that I didn't even know about because I was just like giving people some simple advice on how to play the game. But today I'm going to show you guys how to aim, pretty much, or just an aim routine that I do before I get into my comp games. I'm gonna show you guys two, well, not necessarily two, but my longer version and then a shorter version that I do for myself. Yeah, so let's get into it. My first thing that I like to do before I get into my games is I hit up a grid shot, right? I know it's typical, but really what this is for is not for me to necessarily get the highest score or anything, but it's really just to warm up my hands before I get into a game. So if I just wanted to like warm up really quick, and I play like two of these, right? Just to warm up my hands. I want to get used to my arm and hand movement. That's really it. Like, I'm not even trying to like get the highest score or anything like that. In reality, I'm just trying to warm up my hands, and I have a low sensitivity. So, and I also would recommend make sure that you translate your in-game sense over to aim labs, and I'll show y'all how to do that in a second. But y'all want to make sure that your your aim labs sensitivity is the same as your Valorant sensitivity. To match your aim lab settings to your Valorant settings or vice versa, you want to go either into your aim labs, which where I am now, and copy your sensitivity of what you have in aim labs or what you have in Valorant rather, and you want to make sure they are relatively the same because they're not exactly the same sensitivity. So you want to copy what your sensitivity is in Valorant or in aim labs, and then go to this website right here, this gamingsmart.com/mount sensitivity converter, and you can select any game that you play. And for example, if I wanted to change my Valorant to my Apex, or not my Apex, my Valorant to my aim labs, I can change my DPI to exactly what it is and my sensitivity, and they'll ask me what my sensitivity is. You can either go into, like I said, either aim labs and get your sensitivity from here, or you can go into Valorant and get your sensitivity from here. Mine is 0.23, so I would go into my sensitivity converter and put in 0.23, and it should show you exactly what your converted sensitivity is, so it will be equal to aim labs. Simple as that. My sensitivity is kind of low, so I'm kind of, it's harder for me to hit these. Well, not harder, but more or less it takes a little bit more arm strength to hit these because my sensitivity is relatively low. But warming up my hands, just warming them up, getting them used to hitting the targets on the screen that I see. I just want to do this like twice, right? I'm gonna do it twice because that's what I normally do, and I'm probably gonna get into games after this too. But I'm literally just going to warm my hands up, get used to, you know what I'm saying, moving my hands, backing the target, hitting the targets that I see on the screen. That's literally it. It's simple. Or my next thing I like to do for warming up is headshot standard. I like to do headshot standard, and this is to literally for you to get used to tracking your targets. Like, let's say, because you're going to be peeking corners and stuff like that, right? You don't know if there's multiple people, but this is getting you used to head level and moving from head level to head level. To be honest, that's literally what this is for. So you want to just like keep switching targets like this and just do one of these. I do like one, maybe two. Like I said, you don't want to do too much while you're in here. And this is, once again, I said the long version of you aim training. I could go higher, but I don't like going higher in this game because I don't know, like I want my aim to be consistent. This is me personally. I don't recommend it for everybody because everybody's aim is different. I started off at a relatively high sensitivity and went lower until I got to something that was comfortable that I could use consistently and aim and hit headshots consistently. So my sensitivity is relatively very low. Then after that, right? After you do your grid shots and your headshots, right? You want to go immediately into the practice range. And the thing I do is, you know, with the guns that I'm going to be using, right? Like I said, there's a longer version of this and a shorter version of this. What I would normally do, like let's say if I was trying to just warm up and get into a game quick, I would just like hit the bots a few times, do one of the like hit start, put the bots on medium, and then just hit bots. Or I would do a little bit of tracing beforehand and then do that. So okay, so the first thing I would do, right, you know, get a Vandal, get a Phantom, and then just hit a couple bots, you know, warm up, get your aim right. Just warm up, hit a couple bots, make sure you hit the head type activity. Like, I do this a lot, too. So it's not, that's if I'm like, let's say I'm waiting for a game or waiting for my duo to get on or anybody to get on. I'm just like going around hitting things in the range just to keep my hands warmed up and whatnot. But the routine that I do is I will, for tracing, if I'm like actually about to go ahead and work on like my tracing for a little bit, I put on like eliminate 50 and then hit start. And then okay, so like for example, I would do this, right? And then I would practice hitting targets like this and dead zoning them. So like you move, shoot, and then just like don't do this until I get used to where they are, where the shots are at, you know. This is what's called dead zoning. I do this a lot until I get to the 50. And then sometimes I'll just do this ever so casually just to get my tracking down before I get into the game. A lot of this just seeing where the head is, keeping head level, and then just tracing the target to the best of that I can, because that's the model that you're going to be looking for in game. And then on top of that, like, you're going to be doing a lot of that, quote unquote. But I'm going to be doing a lot of this, like I said, this is the longer version of my training session. Once again, nothing crazy, nothing too much, and it doesn't take you long either. What is this, 9 minutes roughly? And then I would, after doing that, put the bots on speed medium, hit start, and then like start from the middle, do one of these, and then always go back to the middle. Like I said, this is just warming up my hands, getting used to hitting targets that are just popping up on the screen, flicking for the most part. This is literally what I'm doing. It's just flicking to the target, making sure I'm accurate, making sure I'm hitting my target, aiming for the head. As you can see, I'm only working on like trying to hit one bullet. I do the same thing for the Phantom too, because I might pick up a Phantom and need to use it as well. So I'd use Phantom too, and just, you know, just to get used to, you know, spraying or just shooting with the Phantom, as well as the Vandal. My personal choice is Vandal. Reason why is because, yes, Phantom can be consistent, but the thing about it is the head tap, bro. Like, if I hit somebody for 140 every time I hit a headshot with a Phantom and I don't kill them and they win because they have a Vandal, I'm gonna cry a little bit on the inside, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just how it is. Not complaining about it, but, well, yeah, I am complaining about it, but it is what it is. But like I said, practice with both, because those are the main weapons you're gonna be using. Done that, hit a couple bots, you know, strafe a little bit, get used to, you know, movement, left, rights, And then sometimes I'll hit these, you know, 1-2s, these two. You know? And then after I do that, right? That's if you want to. Like I said, the faster way would to just hit start and then hit like bots 2 times really quick. That would be my faster way. I would just do the Phantom and then hit the bots on medium speed, and then the Vandal, hit them on medium speed. Then I would do a deathmatch, right? Now, a lot of people, they don't like doing death matches. That's understandable. But I do death matches to warm up because I feel like it's the best way to get game sense and be on the maps that you would play, right? So if you're trying to, you know, I know a lot of people are like, bro, every time I spawn in deathmatch, I die. That's not the point of you playing this deathmatch. The point of you, and that's kind of how you're going to be playing it when you play in the real game too. You're not going to know exactly where you're going to get peeked from. I get it, the spawns are bad. It is, but in reality, what you're practicing is your accuracy. That's literally it. And the reason why I do death matches is because there are no abilities. It's strictly just gunplay. So when you start this up, like I said, gun of choice, I play 2, maybe 3 death matches before I get into the game. If I'm not playing comp and I just want to practice for today, or just play Valorant and just practice shooting and practice my accuracy on the game, I'm playing death matches. But here's some things that I do that not everybody does. I would sometimes just use a sheriff or a guardian just to practice my headshot, and you know what I'm saying, make sure I'm like being accurate. But if I'm just trying to warm up before I get into a comp match, I play 2 death matches, and my death matches are with a Vandal or a Phantom, guns I will be using mostly in the game, and I will be just playing those before I warm up in the comp. Now, once again, like I said, if I'm just trying to hurry up and get into a game, not burn myself out, and I just want to play a couple games, I still do some of the things that I do. Like I'll go into the range a little bit, or if I'm really in a rush, I'll play at least a death match or 2 and just get right into comp, because I know a lot of people don't want to burn out their aim before they get into a game. But this is my personal routine on how to play, or when I warm up to get into a game, so I can have better accuracy when I start up. Because I know a lot of people, especially in lower elos, they don't really warm up, and then they get into a game and then their accuracy is really bad, and then they just lose RR first game because they're struggling on getting on. Another thing that I might do before I get into a comp match is I'll cut down on the 3-4 death matches and play a swift play. And the reason why I would do a swift play, right? I'll play with the Vandal first. I would play a swift play, and the reason why I would play swift play, right, is because if I play swift play, I did get to deal with using the abilities, so I can actually play the game at a normal pace. I'm playing with no sound right now, technically, because I don't have headphones in. Like, you might be able to hear it because my headphones are over there, but I don't like playing with sound sometimes, because playing with sound typically could well, I mean, you're gonna be playing with sound, right? But I like to work on my actual like game sense type activity. So like, oh yeah, I want to be based off completely reaction time and not be able to hear footsteps. So it makes it harder for myself. It challenges me. If you want to play with no sound, you can do that, but if you don't, that's what you do. And then you play, like I said, you get into a game of swift play, you get into, or you can just go right into comp after you play your couple death matches, or just play one swift play and then do your competitive matches, so you can just be completely fully warmed up. I played deathmatch, I played aim labs, I was in the range for a little bit shooting bots. Now I'm warmed up, so when I get into a game, I can actually hit my shots and drop a couple kills before, instead of, oh, I'm warming up and like I'm getting peaked, and somebody that's probably been playing for 5 hours already is already sweating and just, you know, already fully warmed up and ready to like win, you know, stuff like that. But that's it. That's my aim routine. Nothing too crazy. I wanted to drop this because a lot of y'all were actually like I said, a lot of you came in and showed so much love on the how to play each role. So I wanted to show y'all my aim routine. I'll probably go into a depth of characters pretty soon. I've been kind of slacking on that, but I will definitely probably upload some videos on how to play characters. Some characters that I play personally might just do more just to learn more characters because I could always do that. And I'm learning some stuff about characters from you guys in the comments too. If y'all want to know anything, or more or less just want to see me make a video on some things or on what I would do and how I do it, feel free to like let me know in the comment section. Once again, I appreciate every last one of y'all. Thank y'all once again. Y'all showed so much support on the previous videos, liking, comment, sharing for those videos of me teaching guys beginners how to play Valorant, and I enjoy doing it. And then so I decided to make this video right here to show you what I do for aim. Like I said, thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.